Hello, Namaskar all. Again, I'm here, Durga Prasad Adhikary. Uh, Today, I want to discuss something. This is not regarding something educational thing. Rather, it is something like you can say of motivation, or maybe you are facing a problem, and I'm just trying to help you out. Maybe this is one of the things. So many times, students do tell me that they keep constantly worrying about the thing that they could have studied better and they have wasted the time in the past. Means, for example, mains is approaching, and many of the students I have met, they say that I wish I could have used the 20 days that went by in a better way, so that I would have been better prepared for mains. And the same thing occurs for every student. Like when the prelims is approaching, you think that maybe I would have studied better, so that the prelims would have been good. So all those things are there. So what I want to say that, see, let us be very practical. Let us be very pragmatic, because at the end we are trying for a civil services exam. And when you are going to be a civil servant, you have to remain very emotionally intelligent, emotionally calm and composed, because there will be a lot of distractions and irritations. So these are the things, these are the times when you should learn how to take decisions. A decision can change your life in many ways. So what I want to say, that if you are thinking that maybe 5 days ago, if I had have studied, then I would have been a better place now. But can we do something about that has happened in the past? The answer is no. But what can we do? We can control our future. We cannot change our past. Past is something that is gone, but we can only take the learnings from it. But what we can do, we can take charge of our future. The future, what I say, let us take charge that okay, I accept it very mindfully, very heartily that okay, I may not have used the last 5 days with the optimum potential, but I take charge that the next 5 days that are going to come, I will use it with maximum potential. I will try to use it in the most optimum amount of way, so that I will not feel guilty about it again in the future. So this is something that will not happen in one day. Maybe you will think that I will use the whole of the day tomorrow, but you will not. And that is very okay. Learn to forgive yourself. It is very easy to forgive others, but it is very difficult to forgive oneself. Learn to forgive oneself. That you must be sincere. I am not telling that you are doing anything and you are forgiving yourself that okay, fine. No, no. That's not the thing. If you are committed towards a goal, and if due to some unforeseen circumstances or due to some genuine reasons you get deviated maybe for some hours, it's fine to accept that and move on forward. Given that you are a dedicated and a committed student. If you are not, then it is a problem. You should not forgive yourself very liberally. You should have some constraint. But if you are thinking that tomorrow I will use it to the full and you are using maybe 75%, it is fine, because on the next day you will increase it again. Nobody is perfect from the very beginning. Even if we take the examples of maybe Mahatma Gandhi or Sachin Tendulkar or anyone else, no one was perfect in the very beginning. They started as an amateur, later they moved up the ladder to prove their worth. And this is what we shall also expect, that while we are preparing for the exam, let us be very sure that this exam is not just an exam that we'll write in the copy and paper and then will come out. Let us make this exam an opportunity to enhance our personality. Let us take the charge that from tomorrow onwards, every moment of the second, I will use it as per my own schedule and I will not deviate. Let us take this charge and let us not go on depending on that. If I would have studied the 5 days back, then I would have been a better state. That is not an option now, because the moment you are thinking about past, you are going to past, and the past cannot be changed. What can be changed and modified or transformed is the future. And for the future, you have to take your own charge, and that too very courageously, very dedicatedly. And you must prove yourself that if I am able to manage my future for the next 5 days, then definitely I can manage the country. Because at the end, this exam is all about managing the country itself, changing the life of the people. So if you are not able to change your own life in the very first instance, how can you change the life of the people? And I must again say that changing yourself is not a one day task, it will take time. Be patient, but it will happen. Just measure yourself that how much change you have brought in your attitude, that I will not waste an iota of time of the next day and I will use it very comfortably and very usefully. Another thing that I want to say is that learn to be emotionally intelligent. Don't get swayed away by emotions. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Dukhesu anudvignamana sukhesu vigataspraha bitaraga bhaya krodha dhir muniruchyate. Like the one who is not Dukhesu anudvignamana, the one who is not perturbed by the sadness, or one who is not very much elated by the happiness, one who has control over all these attachments, the fear and all this and anger, is the real yogi. If you try to make yourself a real yogi, you will feel that gradually the things will come under your control. You will not feel very disturbed when the things go out of your way, and you will learn a way how to bring the things in your control, because the world is very dynamic nowadays. The moment you open your mobile phone, you are prone to several distractions. The distractions can be in the form of YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or anything else, even the very news channels also. So, in this world which is full of distractions, the only way in which you can control yourself by being emotionally intelligent. And for being that emotionally intelligent, you must learn to how to manage yourself. Be very strict with yourself when it comes to taking decisions and following it. It is a very beautiful thing in psychology. It is said that if you are taking a decision and are not obeying it, your mind also thinks that you are a person who will never obey anything, and it gradually conditions you. Like a very good example, what is quoted often, is that if you are setting an alarm at 6 o'clock every day and you are not waking up at 6 o'clock and you are just snoozing it, you know what the mind forms an opinion about you yourself? The mind forms an opinion about you yourself is that you are not a very serious kind of person. You are take things very lightly and you are not committed to your words, because you are setting something and you are not doing that. And gradually, if this attitude is built in subconsciously about you yourself, then definitely it is going to be seen in all your works and ethics also. So what I want to say is that let us be committed. Let us take the charge of our future. Let us think how we can do the things better. Let us manage our time. Let us manage ourselves, because after you will be a civil servant, you have to manage the resources. And the best resource that you have right now is time. If you are able to manage time, you can manage everything. And one more thing that I always say, be very focused where to focus your energy or effort. If you are churning the curd, that is dahi, then you will get makhan, the butter. But suppose you are churning a pot that contains very decomposing materials, what will come out of it? Only the smell, bad smell will come out of it, nothing else. So be very focused where you are focusing your energy. Are you focusing energy on all your positive aspects? If you are focusing on your positive aspects, then you will bring out bring out butter from the curd. That's very undisputable. But if you are focusing all the energies on your negativities, that I could have done this, I could have done that, and you are not doing anything for the future, then the bad smell will come. So this is very important, that we must need to learn that how we can manage ourselves. And once we are able to figure this out, the world is going to be a very perfect and very smooth world. You will not be unperturbed by any distractions, any irritations, because you know at the end I control myself. And the moment you take charge of your decisions, you change the world. Literally, you change the world. And you will feel that maybe not immediately, but maybe 2 to 3 weeks after that you have changed your attitude, you will feel that you are a very empowered person. And this is the attitude that makes all the difference. This is the attitude that makes all the difference. This is the attitude that makes one a hero among the masses. And I'm sure that we all are efficient enough, productive enough, talented enough that we can do all these things. So this is what I wanted to say, that when you are thinking that I wasted the time in the past, don't think more about it. Means think about it, take the learnings, But don't overthink about it. Rather focus how to use the next moment very effectively. Take charge of your future and not of your past. Past is always meant to be learned, the lessons to be learned, and that's it. Don't spend time over it. Spend time over what you can do and how you can change the things. For example, if a student is giving the mains this year, maybe, and if he is continuously spending 5 hours of a day, that I could have done this in the previous thing, I could have done this in the last 5 days, I could have done this in the last 10 days, then definitely he is going to get very, he is not going to use his time effectively. But if the same student accepts wholeheartedly that okay, I have not used the 5 days, last 5 days very efficiently, but that's why I now must be under pressure that I must use the next 5 days very effectively so that I can compensate for the lost 5 days, then that person is going to make a real change. And you can feel that once you have taken this decision, you are already empowered. And once you are empowered, you are taking charge of your future, definitely you are going to do wonders. That's no doubt. Because you are exploring new potentials and not pondering upon what has happened back then. So that's it. That's all what I wanted to say to you. I feel if it can be of any help to you, that's fine. Please let me know what all I can do for you. And be happy, stay safe, and never ever self doubt yourself. This is something that I say always, and I will say again, never ever self doubt yourselves. You are a wonderful creation of the God. You are an infinite source of energy and power. Just know that who you are. Never get bogged down by all the negative things. Be positive. Be that ray of light that will always that be that ray of light that will remove all the darkness from all the life. And with that, if you have that attitude, you can bring light in the world of darkness. You can bring light in the lives of many, and that's what a bureaucrat is meant to do. And even it is not also about bureaucrat, it is also about common man, because the whole nation is run by common men only. They are the representatives, what we call the government. They are the representatives of the common man. So if you are able to bring this positive attitude in your life, you are definitely going to do wonders. And I wish you all the best for all the future endeavors. And I feel that we all are empowered enough, we all are talented enough, we all are pragmatic enough to take charge of our future. I must say again, take charge of your future. Don't leave it hayward. Take charge of your future. Be committed, and you will do wonders. That's it. Thank you again. Namaskar.